Miss Chen's introduced. So I'm very glad to be here to introduce my university. And right now, I just share my screen. 1 minute. Okay. So because I think the India student is very smart and very to working very hard for the study. So I'm very happy to introduce my university and myself. And later, I think the Professor Chen will also introduce his study. I think first I need to introduce my university. And this is our university. And we are very young, but we put great effort in development of academic. So where we are in Taiwan and in the middle. Okay, maybe I will use the pencil. That will be good. Okay, we are in the middle of Taiwan, and this is our campus scenery. And you will see they are so beautiful. B and D. What is B? By B is about the biological, biotechnology, biomechanics, or biomedical engineering, similar like that. What is D? D is design, including about the interior design, including industrial design, visual communication design, digital media design, some things. Why I will combine the two different fields? Because my background is, you can see my lab. My lab is, they are in the student in our lab. Their background is totally different. Maybe from the visual communication design, maybe from the mechanical engineering, maybe from the medical doctor, or maybe from the industrial design. So why our lab is that lot of different members will in our lab, because myself, I was in the master student before the master program. I always focus on the industrial design, but my PhD is take in the biomedical engineering. So that is why I have the two total different fields combined together. So this is my interesting topic, and I also made it to be a real product. You will see most of it is relate about the medical product. For example, in the left, you can see like the drip that is in the hospital. In the right side, that is about the walking. You will see a lot of the people have the walking problem. So we need to have a lot of the instrument to measure their data. We also will have make a new shoes. If you wear these shoes, that is will measure your pressure map in your when you walking. So this is if you interested in my topic or study, you can check the Google Scholar or the Scope, and that is easy to find it. Okay, this is my until now almost about 20 years. In initial, we focus on the. I will show my screen. Okay. In the initial, Okay. In the initial, we just focus on the plantar pressure and the ground force, and then we will try to get the we call that is the effective Young's modulus. But I think everybody will know the Hooke's law. Hooke's law is about the junior high school student. They know it. The Hooke's law is just to know the stiffness or hardness. So we will try to use the ultrasound to detect this result. So then we will focus on for example, like wheelchair, the pressure map, and then we will focus on the gradient. Then I will tell you later. I will tell you which one is the pressure gradient. And this is similar like the ultrasound to detect the soft tissue. We also will focus on the wheelchair study, some equipment study. Right now, we are focused about the artificial intelligence. Why? Because the artificial intelligence that is more good for our investigate. Okay, So this is the similar, if we use the taxi or item or spatial issue to describe my study. Okay, I will to introduce detail about our study. So first is get pattern. The get pattern, why we need to do that? Because each people always will have wear the shoes and walking on the road, but sometimes they have some problem on it. So maybe we can easy to use the, for example, like this one. This is scanner. This is like the document paper scanner, but we can try to modify it, and we can measure the printer image. For example, like this one. This guy is a normal. This is a normal arch, but sometimes we will get the flat foot and high arch, and then we can use this one to get the similar like the printer pressure, and to divide the different region. And then we just use the X-ray to detect the different bones and find the different bones high. And finally, maybe we can just simulate like ultrasound to detect the soft tissue stiffness. And why we need to do that? Because as we know, the people is when they have the diabetics mellitus, that is sometimes have will decrease the soft tissue of their printer. Then it would be have the high risk for the injury. And finally, maybe they need to amputation. That is the worst to do that, because when you amputation your foot, that is you just lose your leg, lose your foot. So that is very important for the soft tissue stiffness. So we can use ultrasound to detect the young smarters. And by the way, right now, I think my major is for the gradient. A gradient is, I will show you what is gradient. Then you can see this is forecast in the high pressure. Here is high pressure. Here is low pressure. Here is high pressure. And here is the cold front. This is standing front. Why sometimes in high pressure we're not too much about the wind or something, but in the surface in here, we will see lots of the wind or stone or something in there. So you will see in the foot. Here is about the high pressure, but here is low pressure. So the gradient is in the between the high pressure and the low pressure. They have the interface in here, and sometimes they have the colors, and sometimes they have an injury. So we need to find this where is high risk for injury. This is our purpose. And by the way, I also will interested about the wheelchair racing. Wheelchair racing, you will see this is very fantastic. This is very good. But when they just do that, they will need to groove. This one groove. How can we improve their speed? How can we improve? They can get the gold. They can get the metal, because this groove is very important to do that. So we will develop about this about the groove to improve. They can make more friction to let the wheelchair racing quickly. So right now in our project, we will use as I said, the ultrasound to detect the printer pressure, and maybe use after that, after we get the result, maybe we can use the air insert to decrease the pressure or the average the printer pressure, or we can use how can we prevent our soft tissue problem? Maybe we can use the cupping. The cupping therapy is we can use the regular the pressure to do that, and we also use the, as I said.
要讲快一点点哦。
Okay. We also used about the deep learning to check the plantar pressure, and also MRI. That is you know, the low back pain is dependent on the hard disk problem. So we also will use the, for example, like this one. This is use the YOLO, deep learning YOLO to detect the low back pain location. Okay. If you are interested, maybe you can check our YouTube, and I think that is more be easy to introduce myself. So what kind of the study for 1 month intern? I think right now we are trying to use the cupping. You will see the cupping before and after the ultrasound soft tissue is totally different. You will see it. It is different, right? So we have the microcirculation value in here. So I hope the student can use the machine learning or deep learning to classify the different, use the regression to get the microcirculation to predict the, use the ultrasound image to predict the value. Or we can use the deep learning to detect what location would be different. So that is the 1 month intern. I hope student can do that. So if you have any other new question, you can email to me, and I am very glad to explain it. Okay, thank you.